So now I'm going to show you how to do an animation using MATLAB. Okay, in order to do this, we have to set up what we are going to animate first. So what you're going to expect here is this, first of all, this sine wave. This sine function is static, but what's moving is this small dot. So it's going to move from here, and it's going to follow the sine wave and then move all the way back here. Okay, so first I need to set that up. Okay, so this is the range corresponding to the range of theta, 360 degrees. The step size is 1, so I have 1 degree per step size, 1 degree per step. This is how I define the time, and the sine function is defined in terms of the time. This converts the degrees to radians, so it's degrees to radians converter, because the sine function only uses or can only take in units of radian, and this is my parameter current. So I'm going to plot t, or current versus t, and this is where I placed it. So I made a for loop, and this for loop consists of 1 up to the length of current. The length of the current is 360. This means that I'm going to create 360 frames. Okay, so for each frame, I need to put in this plot of the sine function. Okay, so that's the sine function will always be there. All of these will also be in every frame, and of course I have to put this hold on because I need to put this dot somewhere in this sine function. So how do I make this dot? So I plot t of I and current of I. So I'm plotting one value of t and I for each frame. So I'm going to do that 360 times, and that's why I have this for loop. Here I used a marker, which is a circle. I used a red border for the marker. I have a marker size of 8, and I also have a marker face color of, now it's green, but I'm going to change it into red color. We don't really need this legend, so I'm going to remove this. So we only need the legend for the current. And then of course I turn off the hold function. So this is what essentially I want to plot. Okay. Now how do I put what I want to plot into a frame? So the command that I'm going to use is this command getFrame. So if you go to the help function and you type in getFrame, this is what you'll see. GetFrame captures the current axis as it appears on the screen as a movie frame. Okay, so which means that for each iteration, it's going to capture this frame. Okay, so I'm going to have 360 frames of these, and for each frame, this circle is going to be positioned differently along this sine function. Now I assign that frame to the variable m, capital M. Okay, now how do I convert this to a video? So I use this command video writer. This creates the file animation demo.avi, and it uses this pointer v, okay, as a reference. So if we go here to the help command, so what it does is the video writer creates an object to write video files in. So the object is animation demo.avi. If you scroll down this video writer help command, you can actually change a few parameters here. You can change the color channel, you can use the color map, change the compression ratio so that you'll be able to control the size of the file. And you can also use AVI, MP4. Of course, the file name is already there, frame count, frame rate, and so on and so forth. So you have a lot of parameters here that you can use in order to create your video. Okay, so the video that I made is just simple, so I used the default values for the video writer. And So now that I've opened this file, I'm going to put each frame into the file, and this command does that. So it's going to collect all of the frames and put that into the video, so and then creates this animation demo.avi. Okay, so if you go again to the help function and you type in write video, this is what you get. So write video writes data from an array to the video file associated with V. Okay, so this so for each, so what it does is that it gets the frame. Okay, it writes puts the frame here, and that frame is placed inside this file, or in the file. So it's going to this file is going to have 360 frames added up in sequence as this for loop is being executed. Okay, now how do you terminate or open and terminate the video writer? So you use this command, open. So you open the video writer. So I have this parameter v, which points to the video writer command. So I open that open the video writer, and then when I'm finished with writing the video, I also have to close it. This is important because otherwise you're not going to produce or the video that you're going to create will not be played because the MATLAB hasn't closed it properly. Okay, so there's also this small command here called pause. So this just pauses for about, in this case, it's about 50 milliseconds. So the unit here is in second. But you can use this if you want, and that means that for each frame, it's going to pause for about 50 milliseconds. But for this, for demonstration purposes, I just removed this, made it a comment, and I made it a little bit faster. Okay, so let's try to run this, and let's see what happens. So now you see it's generating each frame. Okay, slowly. So we have to wait until it goes all the way up to here. Okay, so now that it's finished, it has generated the animation demo.avi file, and you can see that in the folder that you should have that you saved the file in. So here's the file, and that's animation demo.avi. And if we double click that, we should be able to see this. So now you see how the red dot moves. Okay, and we did this simply by using just the command in MATLAB. Okay, so just a few things that we need to take note of. When you're running this, it's important that you don't change the size of the frame. Okay, otherwise MATLAB will stop the the running of this program, and it will produce an error command. Okay, saying that it didn't save in the correct frame size. Okay, of course you can prevent that by simply changing or setting the frame size. So you can do that here in the you can do that here, the height of each video frame. So even though you haven't, even though you change, for example, if I do this, then we see that the size of the frame has changed, and if I use this, then it shouldn't affect the running of your program at all. Well, the point is that once you have this animation running, just let it run until it finishes so that you don't encounter any problems or any errors when you are creating this video.